What's up, guys? It's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Then, if you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that I have a series on my channel called The Road to 30, where I kind of sit down in a laid-back atmosphere and I give you a breakdown of my entire life, episode by episode, year by year, replaying the significant moments and events that have come to shape the man that I am today. And since last year, I turned 40 years old. God damn! Where does the time go? I've seen the same comment on my channel many and plenty of times. Clickety-clack, MAK! When are you gonna do a road to 40? To which I usually reply, literally, for verbatim, that if you've been watching my channel for the last 10 years, you've been watching my road to 40. I started my channel when I was 28 years old. And now, I'm 41, about to turn 42 this year. And, you know, over the years, I've gained a reputation on YouTube, good and bad, for being 100% transparent about my life with my viewers. But it's something that has kind of hurt me over the years, but it's also something that's kind of helped me stay semi-relevant on the internet for the past decade. You know, while other YouTubers out there have deep, dark secrets that they don't want to share publicly, and it gets exposed, and it shatters their entire fake persona, and the curtain gets pulled back on their actual true selves, and you realize, man, they're just a piece of shit like me. But me, I've openly been a piece of shit my entire YouTube career. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people thinking that I'm a piece of shit at times. Because I don't care about being a beloved icon on the fucking internet. I just want to be me. However, the flip side to being me is that you get a little bit of trouble every now and again. Let's face it, you can't walk around talking as much shit as I do on a regular basis.
Y'all's a bunch of dickheads.
Without running into somebody else that talks just as much shit as you do. And it's kind of like when the immovable rock hits the unstoppable force. Especially when you live in New motherfucking Jersey. Please, believe that. And it's been a long ass time. Like, it's been an epic NNG's neck amount of time since I've been in any trouble with law enforcement. In fact, leading up to this arrest, I've been out of trouble for so long that I've had my initial arrest and incarceration when I was 18 expunged and sealed from my record 2 years ago. And since then, I've been able to enjoy the freedoms of being American. Such freedoms as not voting in an election because I choose to, not because I lost my voting privileges. And also, buying, owning, and operating firearms. Legally. Which is what kind of led up to today's story time. You see, earlier this year, I bought a really nice Camaro.
Had to wait a few more days for my car cover to come in. But that's alright.
And I mean, this car is literally everything I've ever wanted in a car in my life. It's convertible. It's got 500 horsepower V8. And has some really sick options for the car. And if you've been watching my Road to 30, then you know that anytime something good happens for me in life, yep, Reality Check Tech is always waiting around the corner to bring you back down a few notches. So, naturally, the first few months of owning this car, I'm on high alert, especially with the massive upticks in Camaros being stolen in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And, you know, like 2 months after owning my car, I'd pull up to my house in my V-Dub, and I noticed that my neighbor 2 doors down is in front of my neighbor's house that's in between me and his. And he's shoveling a huge pile of loose rocks, like 3 to 4 feet of rocks just loose in front of my car. And I was worried that, yo, somebody might pull in, try to park on this big-ass patch of loose rocks, and accidentally blow rocks all over the front of my car. So, instead of being a dickhead and knocking on his door and causing an issue at like 9:30 at night, I just shoveled up the rocks into a pile on the sidewalk. I went inside and I did what I usually do. You know, I sat down at my desk, I went live, I rolled up a blunt, and I was getting ready to smoke it. But then I heard a commotion out on my front porch. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, that is massive. I'm half deaf, motherfucker. If I hear something happening at the front door of my house while I'm here at my setup, trust that it's motherfucking loud. So loud that my neighbor thought it was her door that he was banging on.
Just want to prove that you have the video of him coming up on the porch and him yelling on the porch and causing issues. I didn't come outside until he came onto the porch yelling. And I thought he was knocking on my door. Yeah, I know, he was banging.
So I'm like, hold up, let me go outside and see what the fuck's going on, right? So I come out front and I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you want? What are you on my porch for? And he starts yelling about his rocks, and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I did shovel them up. They were right in front of my car. And he's all like, but you don't touch my property, and then tries to throw a fake punch at me to flinch me. But you can easily see from the footage that this motherfucker does not scare me at all. And I tell him, I was like, bro, get the fuck off my property before I make you get the fuck off my property. And again, he tries to get up in my face on my property to back me down. And I'm well within my rights to just pick this motherfucker up and just dirt slam him right off my porch. But I'm not really trying to catch a charge like that. So I was like, you know, fuck it. I start to back him into a corner, and I told him, I was like, bro, you got 3 seconds to get off my porch because you knocked on the wrong porch. I'm going to go get my fucking gun, and I'm going to get you off my motherfucking porch. That's when he got scared, and he fucking ran off my fucking porch. This is where it should have ended. However, he goes outside, and he grabs his shovel and starts shoveling rocks even closer to my car. So I went out front to make sure he's not like shoveling rocks on my car or on my hood or whatever, you know what I mean? So I stood in front of him and my car. And he thought it was a good idea to swing his shovel at me overhanded so hard that when it hit the pavement, it hit the ground and it sparked in the middle of the night. And that's when I flew off the motherfucking handle. And by the time the cops got there, I was full heated, up in his face, ready for him to swing that shovel at me one more motherfucking time. Please believe it. Normally, like I said, I would have just ended his shit on the first shovel swing. But his son and nephew are local cops in my municipality. So I have to be 100% sure that if I lay hands on this man, there needs to be multiple witnesses in the area. So, for sure, I'm up in his face. I'm yelling at MAK volume. I'm saying all sorts of fucking shit to make sure that the neighbors come outside to witness him swing that motherfucking shovel at me again. So, that's when the cops get there, right? We're face to face, chest to chest, yelling at each other. Neighbors are just trying to pull us away from each other. I mean, it was pretty fucking heated. And I don't fault the cops for arresting me at that point. Cops aren't there to figure out who's right or wrong. That's for a judge and a jury to decide. Cops are just there to keep the peace. And at that point, I was disturbing the shit out of the peace of the neighborhood. Intentionally, actually. Like I said, I was trying to get motherfuckers out there, so if I had to whoop his ass, I needed witnesses to this event. However, instead of getting a disturbing the peace or a disorderly conduct charge, because, once again, his son and nephew are cops in my town, they tried to hit me with a felony terroristic threat because he told them that I threatened to shoot him, which I did. However, they didn't want to listen that when I did threaten him with my firearm, he was on my property at that time, refusing to leave after multiple times being told to get the fuck off my property. And the cops didn't care about the video evidence that I had of him coming on my porch and starting shit. So, once I realized that they were going to take his side no matter what I did, I did what millions of Americans should do at this point. But they simply don't. I decided to just say fuck it. I shut the fuck up, I let them arrest me, and I cooperate fully with them. And I let them release me on my own recognizance. And within an hour later, I'm walking home out the front door of the police station. Now, I could have let them give me a ride home, but that would have required them to put me into handcuffs for their safety, it's protocol, and drive me back home. But knowing the legal system and how it works, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take that 1 mile walk home. Because I know that if I have to go to court over this, the police and the judge let me walk out of the front door of the police station at 11 o'clock at night and walk home after catching a felony gun charge shows that my mental state was calm, I'm in good mental sorts emotionally, and more importantly, I've been set on my way, on my own recognizance, without having to surrender my firearms as a condition for release. Which shows that I was in control of my emotions and I posed no threat or danger to society. Very key points of events, just in case I have to put together a legal defense. And when I get home, I'll go on the internet and I look up the statutes on felony terroristic threats and find, goddamn! Felony terroristic threats carries a 5-year sentence in New Jersey. Woo! Goddamn. Now, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm not willing to risk 5 years of my life trying to play Law and Order in court. Especially when the quote-unquote victim is the father of 2 police officers in my town. I am not going to let them motherfuckers railroad me into 5 years in jail. Fuck no. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna fight fire with fire. Because if he's gonna use his connections with the municipality to his advantage, well, fuck it. I'm gonna play the same game. And I hired a dude named David Gelman in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Now, why is this so important? Because this motherfucker used to be the prosecutor for the county that's trying to put me in jail right now. So if you don't think that this motherfucker doesn't know every single person that works in that prosecutor's office in this municipality, including the current prosecutor, then motherfucker, pass me what you're smoking, because I need some of that shit. But sadly, that's how the world works. Just like him being the father of a township cop, it's who you know and not what you know that gets you through in life. And I'd be lying if I told you guys that I'm not 110% happy with what this motherfucker got done, because he absolutely killed it, right? Immediately, he went to work, got the charges downgraded from felony terroristic threats down to a disorderly conduct, which still carries jail time in Jersey of up to 6 months. I could do 6 months, but I'm not trying to do 5 years for yelling at my motherfucking neighbor. However, David Gelman was not happy with that. He's like, I'm getting this shit thrown the fuck out. This is bullshit. He's seen all my evidence and everything. And he's like, trust. So when we went to court, he hit them with a motion for a summons for every witness in the neighborhood that gave cops footage from their cell phones to testify that that actually is their footage from a cell phone, to verify that. And I already told you, this guy in the neighborhood, nobody likes him. But everybody likes me because I help people out. I work on people's cars and shit like that. So nobody in my neighborhood was willing to come to court to testify on behalf of that asshole. Because nobody likes him. And the court threw my case out for lack of sufficient evidence to produce even a disorderly conduct charge. Because without any of the video evidence, there's no footage, because I was calm when the cops got there. I shut the fuck up, and I didn't act a fool on the body cam. So everything just got dismissed, with an order for expedited expungement from my record, because I'm working on getting my concealed carry license for my firearms in New Jersey. But let this be a lesson to you guys. Make friends with your neighbors. Be a helpful guy in the neighborhood. And don't be the weird little tweaker man that nobody likes. And people won't testify against you in court. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you leave a thumb up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for y'all motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But this is a video that I wanted to make for a few months. However, my lawyer advised me not to speak on it publicly until everything was clean, clear, and under control. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. But it's been kind of fun the last few months watching the shills on Twitter talk about how I'm such a dangerous person because I got arrested on some bullshit that ended up getting thrown out and dismissed. Bullshit that I knew was gonna end up getting thrown out and dismissed. But some bullshit that could have been so much worse had I made it worse on myself by being an asshole, talking shit to the cops, resisting arrest, and possibly incriminating myself along the way on body cam by acting the exact way that they said you were. However, if there is no cell phone footage of you acting crazy, and the body cam footage shows you not acting crazy, they have no evidence to show you acting crazy. So instead, when the cops show up, motherfucker, just take it on the chin, go to jail, get out and fight that shit in the fucking court. But make sure you shut the fuck up. So, like I said, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see y'all motherfuckers later.
This is gonna hurt. You don't have to fight alone. I'm counting on you, friends. Mine's in place. You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. I feel you. Look, here is an enemy. Chin up. Powering up.
Enemies ahead!
My anger is healthy.
Good. More arms to break.
Friends, gather around. Glory is yours. Spider and I have neutralized nameless nasties.
I'm locked up.
Double KO! Now who's the strongest, Greenie?